Ah, here we go. Took all night, but I got it fixed. Hey, what's up? It's Sweetheart. You should be getting ready for your vacation. Sleeping. Getting ready to hang out with Papa Mouse. Figured. I said I was gonna come back, but I've messed around with stuff all night. Oh, as we can see. Not exactly. Not exactly. Hitting the markers. Man, I feel bad. I've been busy. I'm gonna sleep on the 2-hour flight. Now, are you hitting the parks tomorrow? Or are you just getting down there tomorrow? I've added some stuff. Added it. Like T-Square. Disney Springs Day? Yeah. I could definitely see that. Guitar. We do like that. Military hat is kind of badass. Check my inventory. Ah, right. There's that t-shirt shop in the back of Disney Springs in the far back corner that I highly recommend. Highly recommend. Yeah. One of the is. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Person for tomorrow. Chiropractor. Yeah, I feel kind of bad that I didn't, stick with this game a lot more. But the problem is that man, I cannot be asked to download stuff every single time I want to play. It's absolutely obnoxious. No, I don't want playing. Yes, I have something to deposit. So yeah, every single time you go to play this, it acts ridiculous, and it's like just now trying to play. It took forever just to get it installed, and I'm like, to be honest, it's little things like that that make me want to not deal with your shenanigans. But I was, you know, I realized that to practice I gotta practice action combat before Ashes. So I downloaded Black Desert, but oh my god, was that painful. Like, it downloads so slow. I mean, it's like I already own it, so I might as well take it for a test drive again. But yeah, Man, it downloaded at like 2 megs a second. And it was a 35 gig download. Yeah, it's a download and a half, man. It takes a minute. Like that's like one of those things you start the download and then you go to bed. Matchmaking has started. They've made some skill changes. I like it. I do. I miss my auto-looting pet. Auto-looting pet back. If they had an auto-looting pet in the cash shop, I would buy it because see, I like the way they did their creators program. It worked really. So, I don't mind. I don't mind hopping back. Oh, that's cool. Move that there. Yeah, they're making some changes. A few here and there. Got my ambassador companion. That's in here yet? Nope. Oh, heck yeah. Just because. Just because. I will definitely get down with that. There you go. Down with that right there. That'll work. I wanted to check out something. So. Yep. Here I am. I feel bad for these guys. This is a good game. It's just not enough of a game to tied to your computer. As you guys know, if it's not a game that draws me in, I will say I am pretty spastic about moving around. Although the reason why tonight took me so long, I was fixing that fixing my webcam frame, and I added the subscriber and the follower thing in the top. I'm doing a couple of bits and pieces while I was waiting for BDO to download. I was messing around with trying to make the stream a little bit more entertaining. I didn't want to be completely, I didn't want to be completely just copy pasta off of stuff you find. I like, reality. But I did like the couple of bits I saw, so incorporated those. I like to keep the stream clean though. A lot of those templates have stuff everywhere. I'm gonna work on the alerts and stuff. People keep telling me that the alerts don't look right or sound right, so I'll work on those. Speaking of alerts, gotta keep my ear out, get enough new followers tonight, gonna give away some gift cards. Been sitting on all this money that my Patreon sponsors give me, and then my Twitch payment processed. I have to go in and check my settings. My Twitch payments aren't supposed to process. Held for me, but it processed. So yeah, I got cut another Twitch payout. Means I got more money. Did you know, sweetheart, that you have said about 3 times as much as anybody else on the channel? I was looking at my stats. think you've said like almost 1,900 things in the channel over the time you've been following me. Yeah, about 1,800. I think the next person is at like 700. Yeah, but that's all time. That's like forever and ever and ever. Because it literally keeps track of your top chatters. But man, I'm getting kind of excited. There's gonna be some good movies coming out. I remember when I was a kid. Um, yeah, it is. It really is. Um, remember, remember when you were a kid? It would take like a year for movies to come out on DVD. Hold on, let me back my shit up. Remember when you were a kid and it would take like a year for movies to come out on VHS? Yeah, VHS, man. And then remember, uh, remember a brand new VHS was like, I don't know, $7.95 or something? And it might as well have been $3,000 because there was no $7.95 in the budget. You better hope that that shit was at Blockbuster. Because you didn't... Like, I have 1,200 DVDs. Like, I have a lot of DVDs. But I was gone a lot. So I would buy a lot of, like, I would visit, you know, video recycleries or closing. I would like be somewhere and there would be like a closing Blockbuster or close. What was the other one? God, it's been so long. There was another pretty big chain of video rental stores. Can't think of what it was, but I would go there and I would buy out there. I'd just buy movies. I wanted them. Now, the truth is, I love Voodoo. Not Suncoast. It was a rental place. There was another big, not huge, but there was a fairly large video rental chain that I'm trying to think of. I just can't put my mind to it. But the way videos go now, I love Voodoo. I love Amazon Video. Yeah, there is that risk of, well, Hollywood Video, thank you. I was about to stop doing what I was doing and go look that up. I mean, I don't buy DVDs straight from Voodoo, or I don't buy movies straight from Voodoo. I buy my movies through Amazon Video because I don't think Amazon Video is closing down anytime soon. But Voodoo could go out of business because Voodoo's like the third one of those sites. I mean, it's kind of won the war of attrition. But I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff and then it'd be like, oh, you have 30 days to download all of your purchases, or they're going to be gone forever because we're going out of business. But I love the fact that I could just buy stuff. I can just buy stuff electronically. You've not heard of Voodoo? Voodoo is the little slip of paper that comes in your when you buy new DVD stuff. Like redeem your digital copy. But yeah, I love the digital copy concept. Really? Wow. Yeah, when you buy a DVD now, they give you a code, and you get an electronic copy of your movie. Awesome. Absolutely. I love it. I wish I had all of my movies. I wish I had all of my movies on Vudu. I wish there was some sort of like retroactive, you can bring your hard copy disc. I wish you could bring your hard copy disc to, you know, some turn-in place to get a Voodoo code for it. It's kind of like I was thinking about this earlier today. I wish Steam did more for the games that get published on there. Because I absolutely love the idea, in theory, I love the idea of Steam. I don't have to dick around with having 57,000 passwords and launchers. I can literally just be like, click. Now, yeah, like today with Nexon in Riders of Icarus, I'm sitting there struggling my ass off trying to remember my Nexon password. But that's something you had to just put in once, and after that, it's locked, it's tied into your Steam account, which is cool. I like that. But they take 30%. Unnegotiated is a 30% rate, and they don't do anything. They don't translate, they don't localize. They literally charge you 30 cents on the dollar to collect the money. Aimed for level 30 tonight. Not sure if I'm gonna make it. But I don't really have, I mean, I got some other stuff I could play. I got some other game codes I need to check out. But do my little bit, a little here. An hour, I think. I'm supposed to stream for 4 hours a week, but you know, that would be, I'd have to have a lot. I'd have to have a lot of conversation going on. Yeah, absolutely. The free movies and free shows, there is. I mean, there's adverts in them, but you know, free is free, man. I will admit, uh, I am a little bit of, you know, a little bad. There were a couple of movies that I wanted to see, and I was not about to spend like 14 bucks on them. So, yeah, finding them, finding them online, um, did occur, but they were good movies, so I will probably double back and buy them. Don't I don't support you know, piracy. Um, one of those, I can't, like, you want how much? Oh, and then even, oh, Vudu lets you rent movies too, which is kind of cool. Um, that's a cool thing. Same with Amazon Video. Yeah, the remake of the Nightmare on Elm Street. The remake on Nightmare on Elm Street isn't bad. Um, but I'm one of those people that's old enough to remember the original, so getting the crap scared out of me. When you go back now, it's actually, if you watch the whole series, the whole Nightmare on Elm Street series, you see where they just turn it into like a joke, like a mockery. But yeah. Yeah, we got 6 people hanging out. They're all lurkers. It's cool. Some of them are probably still here from the afternoon show. I do have people that they just lurk in my channel. I appreciate that. It's you know, it's appreciated. Keeps those hours up. You were still here. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to get started earlier tonight. I wanna try to get some more hours in a month. I like hanging out with people. I like answering questions. I just haven't you know, I don't really have any new information on anything. Oh, it's Kia. What's up, Kia? How's life, Kia? Not dead. You left, sweetheart? That's not good. Yeah, it was funny. My phone rang tonight, and it was a Dayton, Ohio phone number, and I have a friend, Sam, still out in Dayton, so I answered it. Uh, you never know when one of your friends is in trouble and is using like another cell phone. I have like I'm not gonna give out my cell phone, but my cell phone number is like incredibly um and so I picked it up and it was for it was this is an urgent message from Air Force Material Command. I was like, I don't give a shit. Like, hang up, whatever it is. If it is that important of a message, they will show up at my house. But it was most likely some weather alert shenanigans. To which I say, I don't care. I haven't like I haven't been at Right Pat since 2016. Come on. Update your shit. Big prickle tentacles. I think that's almost illegal. No, I don't expect the government to work and be competent, not at all. I think a lot of the stuff that goes on in our government, it's a goddamn travesty. And so easily fixed, but um, you know, not enough space in my inventory. Oh, imagine that. I'm having inventory problems in this game. What? Oh, the boxes didn't auto open. That is not cool. Not cool at all, man. There's not enough space in your inventory. Well, if these can auto open. What? Was that a cow? Oh, no, it was a calm knoll. I thought, is that a cow? Better not be a cow. Like that in my life. God, here we go. This should be on by default. We're back to pressing F though. But yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody realizes what condition this country is in. Unfortunately, America's lost and hopeless. I only say it half jokingly. When I was in college, I wrote a paper called the next the next American Civil War, and I talked about how that there was no way we were going to get to 2050 without another civil war. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if we're going to make 2050 without one. I have a feeling we're going to be having a I have a feeling we're going to be having a civil war before then. I just, you know, too many have-nots, not enough haves. You're taxing somebody's working two jobs trying to live, and you're taxing them in order to send money to a third world country. I'm sorry, but I get that foreign aid is a key component of American diplomacy, but I don't think the person in Detroit, Michigan, homeless, gives a shit about diplomacy when they're hungry. You know, we make this huge deal. I see it all the time, and rightfully so. Make this huge deal about subsidized breakfasts for kids at schools. Well, maybe you wouldn't have to subsidize so many meals if you didn't tax the shit out of all the parents. I don't know. Just could be a thought. And they're like, well, what about all those people in foreign countries? Don't worry, if you stop taxing people into oblivion, I'm sure some of them will donate. But what do I know, man? What do I know? Then again, I'm the guy that thinks that being a video game player should be federally subsidized because it keeps you out of trouble. You're not out there causing trouble, you're too busy being at home playing video games. Right, right? Oh, works for me. But, I don't know. I just wish, I wish the world was a better place. I feel really bad. People talk to me all the time. People are like, is anything you can do to help me out? Can't. Sorry, man. Can't help everyone. I help as many people as I can, but I cannot help the whole world. But a couple of people have gotten their feet under them. We talked, got them a plan and an outlook on life, and that's a lot better than a lot better than what a lot of people have when they start. But I'm not one of those false. You guys have heard my bullshit on motivation. I'm not one of those false motivation people. I am not going to tell you that if you work hard, everything will work out, because there are way too many examples I can give you when working hard doesn't get you ahead. Too many things in life are about politics. It's just bullshit. The fact that you don't get a job that you're qualified for because the boss's son's neighbor, lifelong best friend, needs a job. So guess what? You're the highly qualified candidate. You're not getting that job today. You don't have enough clout. You don't have enough connection. I wish they would teach that more in high school. Careful, be careful who you piss off today, 'cause that nerd that you just shoved in the locker, he's gonna be the guy that you're working for, or gonna be the guy whose kids you're serving fries to. So yeah, it's such a horrible situation that the world is in, not just the country. The world is in. But I don't know, man. World's a crazy place. Glad I get to spend most of the time not involved in it. It's like I thought something was funny about the elitism of my kid's school district. Um, my kid's school district no longer sends paper progress reports home. They said that the parents need to check the progress reports online. I'm like, well, don't you think that's a little presumptuous? How do you know every single parent has a computer or has internet access? And I know what their response would be. Their response would be, well, if you don't have a home computer, you could always go to the library and check it, or you could, do your fucking job and ask the parents, uh, are you able to receive your kid's progress report electronically? But I was taken aback by that. I was like, so you just assume, your assumption is everybody has a home computer. Now, most people have a home computer, or most people have a smartphone, but there are people who don't. And so you're like, fuck it. That person doesn't need to know how their kid is doing in school. No, I don't have anything to say to you. Yeah, it's fuck it. That parent's fine. But then, the other funny part is they send all the information home electronically. Again, what if I don't have a computer? I guarantee you the parent that's working two jobs to try to, make ends meet for their kid is not gonna go to the library every day to check the email to make sure they're not missing anything. And we got families, people all over the country that are dirt poor. Oh man, um, my daughter was telling me tonight about her friend who's at home baking her own birthday cake. The mom works, weird hours. I've always known that, but here's the kid, man, baking her own birthday cake. I'm like, what a fucked up world. But the world has been around for thousands of years. It'll be around after I'm gone. I'm sure it will survive. Oh yeah, big thanks to everybody. I said it in the Discord today. We rolled over 2,800 subscribers on YouTube today. That was big. That was big. I don't care about the size of the channel anymore. I just want to get, you know, I set a goal earlier. So I like meeting my goals. I'm not gonna set a goal. I'm not gonna set a goal next year. Um, because it doesn't matter. But I have this thing where I don't want to be like, oh, the goal doesn't matter, because I set a goal and I like to work hard to meet them. But I'm not, like I said, not setting any next year. Next year the focus is just going to be on good content and not deleting the content. No more touching. Don't touch, don't break. So I'm gonna throw up the de-lurk yourself. We got lurk. There you go. But actually surprised I'm not getting more Ashes questions anymore. I mean, I think I've put out about as many videos on Ashes as can be done. Although just today somebody watched the Artisan one, and they said that they appreciated it, given that very little information out. But that's the nice thing about being retired, man. I got nothing but time. Somebody asks a question, squip it asked. I got plenty of time to... I have plenty of time to go and find every nook and cranny of information. Speaking of nooks and crannies, I'm jonesing for a Thomas's English muffin. Little peanut butter, little jelly. Am I the only person that puts... the only person that puts peanut butter and jelly on English muffins? Then look in those nooks and crannies and find me a job. Economy sucks. Depends on what you want to do. There's always a job available. Just determines if you're willing to lower your standard. Oh, you're caught in that. You're in that situation. I've never heard of I cannot get over the whole concept of you're too qualified. But I did have a guy explain that to me once. I still don't understand it. But I had the interviewing manager explain what overqualified means. Overqualified means he knows you need a job, but he also knows that you're not going to keep this job, so they don't want to go through the process of hiring you and training you, and then you're gonna leave in like 6 months. I told the guy outright, I'm like, look, man, I'm so fucking poor right now that if you give me the job, I would give you a 1-year commitment. And you know what the job was? The job was UPS truck loader. There was a UPS facility, not a big one, not the really big one, but a sub one, not far from where I lived. And I literally said, I will give you 1 year. If you give me a job, that's how badly I need to work right now. If you give me a job, I'll give you 1 year. I asked him, and he's like, 6 months was the average turnover. And I said, fine, I'll give you a year. I need to put food on the table. Nope. He's overqualified to load boxes onto a truck. I mean, the truth of the matter is I really was overqualified to put boxes on a truck. I mean, I still don't get it. I still don't understand overqualified. But I mean, I know people with master's degrees. I know people with master's degrees that aren't able to find work. I know people with master's degrees that are waiters. I know people with doctorates that are waiters, bartenders. You know. That's why I say though, we gotta change this whole society thing around, and we gotta stop assuming that every fucking person has to go to college. Because not everybody needs to go to college. The world does not need any more fucking accountants or lawyers. They don't. We don't. Like we need we need more plumbers. We need more carpenters. We need more people who give a shit. But we We think for some reason we got to tell every single kid the only way you can be successful, what? Is if you go to college. Like my daughter wants to be an artist. Pretty good. She's pretty good. But being an artist is, you know, is a dangerous profession. And I say it's a dangerous profession because it doesn't exactly provide steady income. So I told her, well, you need to have something to go with it. So she's like, oh, well, maybe I'll be an art therapist. Okay. In the crazy world we live in, definitely need more therapists. Twisted. You almost want the game just for that mount. Revelation Online is Revelation Online has an awesome mount. That's another game, sweetheart. If you're looking for something to augment your Arcage time, Revelation Online's not bad. Definitely a unique spin-off on Healer. The Healers are actually really fun. That's what I played. And that's free. Can't beat free, man. I don't play it because I left it due to the exploits. I wanted to be top I wanted to be top tier, and due to the exploits it was impossible because I couldn't be up from 2 to 3 in the morning because I had a JOB. So that 300% XP cheat was you couldn't overcome it. Move to the Yeah, I mean the thing is you can't beat free, and even if you just do stuff to experience other games. Like I said though, I still think Arcade is the best game on the market today. I think it's just poorly managed. I'm actually, I would be playing it still, and I'm actually kind of stoked for the people who are going to be playing 5.0. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good patch. Um, nope. I'm a man of my word. Try and install as the contract. I won't play it. Won't do it. Can't do it. I saw Aird was playing some Arcade tonight. I thought Aird quit Arcade. Oh no, he was playing well he was streaming Arcade today. I popped onto a stream. I saw him do an arcade, and I was like, I gotta bounce, man. Gotta go. We already have, we got drama in Ashes of Creation. We got people that are all bent out of shape about how things are going on. Like, man, y'all just need to stop shaving years off your lives. Some of you are just gonna, you know, self a massive coronary, stressing over free Alpha 1 stress testing because you're not in it. It's like I tell people, I backed Ashes of Creation in Kickstarter, and then there was a mistake, there was an error, and I could never figure out what it was. I was like, what the fuck? I know that I backed it, but it was right when I was retiring, so I had a lot of things going on. Well, when I went to back Fractured, I got this email that says, "Hey, you need to take action. Your credit card number is invalid." I was like, "What?" And then I found out that they don't take Discover, and so I was like, "All right, well that makes sense." So you know, if I had backed Ashes when I was retiring, I probably would be $1,000 in on my pack right now. I ain't gonna lie, I would be $1,000 in. So that's probably you know the life's way to say, dude, you didn't have $1,000 to spend. Uh, where are you? Oh, there you are. But there's people who are like, I wish I'd backed the game. I'm like, yeah, I wish I wasn't a fuck up. I wish I'd paid attention. Oh. Yes. But man, there's people who are like, I should be able to get in. Everyone's gonna get in. Everyone's gonna get in this month. Relax. Then people are like, I don't understand why I'm not in. Because you didn't back it during Kickstarter. You didn't, and well, I backed it in Kickstarter. You didn't back it at the same price as somebody else did. Dude, there is nothing wrong with being entitled. But when you're entitled, make sure you're not trying to be more entitled to somebody who is in fact more entitled to something than you. It's like we do have tiers of payment for stuff in life. You gotta kind of remember that. We get what we pay for. I'm never saying that we don't deserve what we pay for. But if somebody paid more than you for something, just saying, they probably are a little more entitled. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be really good. Children upstairs giggling. I swear, man, my daughter's best friend is here more than she's at her own house. Wild Dance plus 2. Quick the rest. Boom. They made some changes. I didn't think that was roll cooldown. I thought that was something else. Name change coupon. Well, Sweetheart's gonna check out RO. Might download RO. Download RO, take another look at it. I got a couple of other games I gotta take a look at. Game keys. Um, I think though, after much deliberation, I don't think I'm doing I don't think I'm gonna do game reviews anymore. They don't really get the coverage. They take me a lot of time. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna play them on stream, and then I'll use my other screen. I have a different screen for video work. It's actually called video work. And then what I'll do is I will just upload those videos to be considered as video or as game reviews. That's just gonna be easy. I mean, I will say that it is amazing watching some of the people that I look up to as content creators. They get like 95,000 views in a day. I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, less work on my part, and then I can just talk about my points, and I can make little clickables. So I can just pop up in there. I can be like graphics, soundtrack, um, uh, immersion, ease of gameplay. Vuxido, yes, it's almost time for AOC. Almost time. Next week or the week after at the latest. Once I'm in Ashes. Ashes, I believe, is gonna. I think Ashes is the only game that I'm making actual videos for, like sitting down, doing the PowerPoint for. I mean the Dead Frontier 2 review that I did got 1,000 views. Um, but it was a pretty hated video. I think it's like 60%. Got a ton of thumbs down. About um yeah, actually got 1,100 views, but it's got 12 thumbs down. But then again, I got my fan club, man. I got my fan club. I love my fan club. Um, my fan club that swings by and just downvotes all my videos. I laugh at them. They make me smile. Like apparently I pissed in their Cheerios or something. Did I come to ride the cruiser? Really? Got things. Go kitty. What would piss-filled Cheerios taste like? I don't know, man. Ask all the people who hate me just for the sake of hating me. I laugh too. It's like there are people who I don't even talk to that they still badmouth me, and I just smile when I find out that people are still badmouthing me, and I haven't had a conversation with them for at least since April, if not before. I just have to smile that I'm that much under their skin, that I'm so far under your skin that just the thought, just the mention of my name irritates you. That just puts a big old smile on my face. I think too many people are petty. Like I saw a great quote once. I'm a big quote person. I have a book. I write quotes down in it. Um, don't worry about what I'm doing. Worry about why you're worried about what I'm doing. Like so many people are just so full of hate, but it's not the other people that uh it's so many people uh they hate themselves. People just hate themselves, so they just have to try to drag people down. It's like I tell people all the time, I'm like, be positive with your life, man. Be absolutely positive with life. Because there's gonna be more than enough negative people in the world. Um you don't need to go negative. I can't tell you how many people I know that have actually said that. I just keep quiet. Oh no, truth is I really don't care. Like about me getting under their skin. Yeah, it's always funny too. The people who the people who have this opinion about you, and they say like they use like definitives like, well, he thinks. Have we ever had a conversation? Do you know what I think? Like, I think you're making some assumptions there. I think your ego is getting in the way of um your ego is getting in the way of good judgment. Like, I love the phrase "you do you." You do you, man. Because I'm gonna do my thing. You do your thing. Because at the end of the day, I I do not lose any sleep at night ever about the person I am. Ah, what am I looking for here? Oh no, the yawning has commenced. Did you know that yawning has nothing to do with being tired? I was actually quite amazed when I found that out. Yeah, it's the brain overheating. Brain needs to cool down, so it requires a sudden influx of oxygen. Now, the brain overheating is a direct result of being tired. The brain is operating past its normal parameters. The brain wants sleep, and you're forcing it to work past. Like, your brain is basically union carpenter. It says, nope, I'm done for the day. I'd like to be done now. Let your brain be done. Ironically, did you know you're only supposed to be awake for 12 hours? Yeah, you're only supposed to be awake for 12 hours. Let me pull up the study. Yep, and sleep for 12. Correct. It's the lifestyle I live, man. That's why I love it. Get to a safe spot and find it. There's no thing as a safe. But yeah, my sleep schedule right now is all messed up because of that insomnia fit, and then I only got, I don't know what I got last night, but I try not to take my sleeping meds every single night, but lately I just cannot sleep without them. I probably will sleep without them tonight. But Tenazepam is gross. I really don't like it. Right in home, yeah, man. I could not do what you have like, I think, truly the hardest job in the world. Because I mean, it's not like being a parent where occasionally one of my children need me um outside of the normal business hours for parenting. But for the most part, you know, my kids sleep, they're asleep, they do the sleep thing. But what you do, man, you have to be on call 24/7, man. Yes, it's my.com related. Oh my god. Look, don't give me any shit about my.com. You play Tryon based games. It's like the teapot and the kettle. Dude, you hurt your back and down and out for a month. Man, there's shitty thing about back injury, because like everything else you hurt can kind of sort of like rest everything else, but when it comes to your back, you use your back all the time. When Tamir's back goes out, she is she's just useless for days. She literally can't get up, she can't move. I feel bad. That's like really the only time that I'm like, okay, you don't have to do anything. How am I supposed to be telling them? Love how you all stay just out of range. 100. Oh, well, I had one. Run! Looking for the thing right now. Yeah, a big part of this is a lot of things about the human body that's been said are these shoulds, is all based on what modern, like what's considered healthy. But yeah, there is absolutely nothing wrong with being a long sleeper. There's people who are called long sleepers who sleep for 12 hours a day, and there's nothing wrong with it. There was actually, I can't find, I'd actually have to go looking for the specific study that I remember. There's a study about a guy who was in a controlled environment, had no access to time, no access to light. He wore a monitor all the time, and they had night vision cameras in the room so they could see in the dark. But he had absolutely no access to time or light. They would turn on the lights. Shortly after the lights turning on, he would wake up naturally because his body would sense the light. They would turn off the lights, and he would, you know, slowly slow down and lay down and go to sleep. Now, the interesting part about it is that for a long time they kept him on 12 on 12 off and just studied him, and then after a while they changed it. They would only have him be awake for like 10.5 hours, and they noticed after having trained him to be on this 12 on 12 off cycle, after they would try to put him to sleep after 10.5 hours, he would lay in bed for an hour and a half unable to sleep, whereas previously if they turned out the lights, he would fall asleep really quickly. It was just amazing that when you don't have access to this artificial concept known as time, because time doesn't exist. A lot of people don't realize that time is a fallacy. Time is a human created thing, and not all cultures even, like, it's not a human thing. because not all cultures even utilize time the same way. You guys know that I'm a big just collector of weird events and weird stories. There was a historical, you know, somewhat significant historian, journalist type person who would gather these Native American stories. There was a Native American story about a guy who was, and I don't even remember the year, the era, or anything, but he was doing business with a Navajo. And at the end of their conversation, the guy, the European individual said, "Meet me here at this time tomorrow." And he assumed that the Navajo that he was doing business with would be there at the same spot 24 hours later. Well, the European-centric businessman went back to the spot, and the Navajo never showed up. And it was like a day or two later that he bumped into him in town, and he's like, "Hey, you forgot about our meeting." He said, "We didn't have a meeting." He said, "Yeah, I told you to meet me I told you to meet me at this time tomorrow." And he said, "Oh, that's where I misunderstood you, because this time won't ever exist again. So how can I meet you there tomorrow?" I thought that was novel. And you threw out your back and you fell out of bed again. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, but your back was always giving you fits. Yeah, that's the thing that sucks for me right now, because since I'm not active duty, I just can't roll down to you know, the chiropractor and be like, "Oh, hey, I need you to pop my back." My insurance doesn't cover the chiropractor either, so I gotta go full out of pocket for the chiropractor. And yeah, only thing I could say, man, is try to see if there's like a chiropractic school anywhere near you that needs test dummies. Or become indebted to the local chiropractor. But absolutely, the chiropractor is worth every penny. I've actually considered canceling my massage subscription. I have a subscription to a massage place. I've thought about giving up the subscription to that and getting like getting 3 manipulations a month versus versus a massage a month. The goal is 30, man. Is that 4 million XP? Oh my god. Needs Sanity. Truthfully though, I'm just looking forward to being in an MMO again that I actually, you know, look forward to every day. As it is right now, man, I log into whatever every day, trying to find something to kill the time. 4 million XP. Collect the Lotus Bud. And Sweetheart, I did see your comment about being a gunslinger. Gunslinger was kind of cool. We ran I played with Devil, Tamir, and then 2 friends that we met in Slayers. Drax kind of linked everybody up together, but we ran an interesting party mix. Zopeth and Slight, they were friends, so they were okay with having 2 gunslingers in the same party, and we played Vanguard, Spirit Shaper, Sword Mage, 2 gunslingers. So we didn't have a whole lot of melee, which was good because a lot of the fights and stuff, melee was kind of annoying. And then since those guys were friends, there was no real squabbles or bickering. It's not like it was a random 2 people that were the same class always fighting about who should get the gear. They would talk about it between each other, and they'd be like, all right. Plus, I like how gearing. I like how yeah, I like how gearing goes in that game. It, you, there are opportunities for gear to drop in the dungeons, but most of the time you're doing the dungeons for the tickets, so that you can make your gear. My group got kind of lucky. We got a couple of drops. For actually, I believe if I recall correctly, the first, like, getting gear was usually a rare thing, believe it or not. We ended up getting me like 2 pieces of gear and then our tank a piece. So we had gotten extremely lucky. Our little static was pretty well set up. I wanted to check the Steam stats. Warlords. Hi, Lamud. It's so weird, dude. Right now, it's so hot here during the day. It's like 93 degrees here during the day, but then it drops to the 50s at night. So you're like, do I run my heat? Do I keep my air conditioner on? Do. Bless Online, man. Bless Online is down to less than 1,000 people in the last 24 hours. That game's done. Hello, Kitty. This game's down to 67, playing 13 minutes ago, and 110 in a 24-hour peak. Well, they did get their all-time peak up to 460. It was 410. So, where'd you go? Kitty cam. Oh, you're gonna fall. He doesn't want to be picked up right now. Oh. Nope, dude. Hi, kitty. Blup. You know, we're gonna work on the kitty. We are. We're gonna work on having a second webcam because I already have it. I just figure out a way to type it into the stream, and that way I can figure out where you guys are. Old. My boys just turned 10. Oh, I didn't even see the other one. The other one's laying on her side. She's up in the front bed. But she's sleeping. She's like, Daddy, no, it's bedtime. Bedtime for little kitties. I saw a white kitten chewing on its mom's ears today. Like, Mom, pay attention. I guess all the other kittens were playing together. Mom was sleeping. She had her head down. She would pop her head up every so often to see the kittens. If one of them mewed too loud, she'd pop her head up. And then you got the one who's not being played with by anybody else. Climbs up on Mom and is chewing on her mouth. Mom, I love you, Mom. Yes, the yawning has started. I don't think I'm hitting level 30 tonight. But sweetheart, Disney Springs. You like Irish food? There is that. I don't know when the last time you were at Disney was, but there is that Irish place at Disney Springs. Really good food. I always enjoy eating. I haven't eaten there the last 2 times I've gone because I've had the kids, and my kids um my kids don't like Irish food. But yeah, there is an Irish place down there. Really, really good. Oh, and they have a cupcake ATM machine. I could not believe this. I could not believe such insanity. It's in the side. I think it's Gigi's Cupcakes that's down there. But yeah, there is a cupcake ATM machine. Yeah. Like, not a cupcake vending machine. So yeah, make sure, if you're just walking around Disney Springs, make sure to check that out too. Funny as shit. And then Lego World. Oh yeah, I forgot they added on a ton of stuff at Disney Springs. Like it got huge. Um, got like really really big. I had to get when we were down there. Uh, I had I had made a bit of a mistake. I brought running shoes with me, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine to walk around all day. I've got running shoes on. But running and walking aren't the same. You don't walk and run with the same foot patterns. So the insoles for my running shoes were tearing up my feet. So I ended up going to, they actually had like running, a running store on in Disney Springs. And I was like, oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna buy insoles for my shoes, and they're gonna be ridiculously expensive because, I mean, you know how it is. You can buy the same thing at a mall store as you can at a store that's not the same store that's not in a mall, and the store that's not in the mall is going to be cheaper because, you know, the mall store has to cover rent and all that shit. And no, actually I was really surprised. They were like $3 more than I normally would pay, except the girl was like, uh she's like, I stood on the little machine that measures your feet and gives them the results. She's looking at my feet, and which is already weird for me. I don't like. But she's looking at my feet, and she's like, "Hey, take off your socks and stand on the machine again." And I did. And she's like, "These are the ones you normally buy, aren't they?" I said, "Yeah, normally when my running shoes get old, those are the ones I put in." Uh, or when I'm running for performance, like when I'm actually trying for speed. And she's like, yeah, try these. And she gave me the next ones up, and I've been so ecstatic about the new one. She's like, yeah, it's like the machine's like not really measuring your foot right because you have socks on. So she hooked me up. So like my trip to Disney actually resulted in me getting, you know, advice on which insoles to wear. So now I don't have to go back to the store. I just reorder them. Reorder them from the company. But I mean, I always had to wear, my whole life I've had to wear insoles because one of my legs is actually longer than the other. Because I broke both of my legs when I was a kid. I broke my right leg in 2 places, and I broke my left leg in 2 places. I broke my right leg in 1. Well, when my legs healed, my left leg is just is like 1.4 centimeters shorter than the other. Well, the doctor's solution for that was really cool. They just put a lift in my shoe. They're like, this lift will last you your whole military career. I was like, there's no way this lift is gonna last me my whole military career. The doc's like, yeah, it is. It's like, it'll last your whole career. And sure as shit, I had it from 2002 to, I had it from 2002 to 2017, and it was fine. I mean, I could probably take it out of my boot and put it in my everyday walking shoe. I mean, I still have my military boots, but I could probably put it in my regular, ordinary walking shoe and not have a problem. You've never broken a bone to your knowledge. I have broken 52. Broke 17 bones at one time. That was not a comfortable experience. the math right there. Yeah, 16. I don't recommend breaking bones, especially when you get older. It kind of sucks. Thank you. Bye already. Yeah, I don't foresee this happening. Not at 20,000 a pop. $4 million XP, and I get a 10%. And I get a 10% XP bonus. Get another gold flat. Oh yeah. Definitely. Let's swap it. Reverse. Don't use reverse scythe. This isn't Soul Eater, man. I don't use the Reaper chop. Big fat head cat. Where to go? Where to go? Down to Africa, man, because we missed the rains. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to play. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what new games I had. Keys. That one. Terminals. Green Hell is out now. I got that. Kitty. I'll definitely that one. So what else? Frostpuck, Moonnighter, shopping. I don't care about your bullshit. Between the stars. Unknown. Oh, and I already did. Green. Sorry, Green Hell. Yep. Unknown Fate. Set off on an amazing journey through Unknown Fate, a strong, story-driven first-person adventure with many puzzles to solve. That's cool. Between the Stars. Between the Stars is a roguelike game with action and strategy elements that puts you in the shoes of a stellar cruiser captain. Your mission is to protect the civilized world fighting the children of the sun. Graphics look like trash. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Yeah. Redeem that. Definitely. Oh, that's actually kind of cool, man. Keymailer, when they're under a when they are under DDoS, they only send keys via mail. They don't have to worry about, account compromise. Check. This looks somewhat familiar, but I don't remember there being a WSD option. It always had both. Fine. I want to give me a key. City Skylines Parkline. Uh, that was easy. Activated products on Steam. Nope, don't want to download it. Want to grab it. Loan sales. School simulator. Who the fuck would want to play a school simulator? Oh. Oh, I don't want to. Could do that. Could. Don't really want to figure out how. I swear, man, there are like more and more games coming out every single. There's a dude, fucking Christ, Goat Simulator. Every time I see that game, it. Every time I see Goat Simulator, it boggles my mind, man. Honestly, I don't understand how there's a game. Shotgun Farmers. Fuck. Man, do not understand. Original Journey, Apex Construct. We are matching you to over 100 offers. Psychiatrist Simulator. Nicole played that, and she was livid about it because um it was so just wrong. I don't think you should make a game called Psychiatrist Simulator. I'm just saying. Hey man, I am completely qualified to talk you out of your depression because I'm a grand master at Psychiatrist Simulator. Tomorrow's gonna be a game, a lot of game reviews. That's what. Oh, that one's pretty cool. That one. Maybe I'll get that one. Final days. What are you? Final days. Everybody, I encourage you to try the free demo first. Oh fuck. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a stream, and then I'm gonna just do a bunch of, like, I'll switch the game up, and then I will record it. I'll download the stream. Oh, yelled it already? Damn, yelled it. But do that. I'll do the stream, and then when I finish it, I'll turn the stream into a bunch of videos so I can hashtag them up, do my thing. But yeah, cross racing extreme. No thanks. King of the Dead. Requested a key for that one. Uh-oh. Kitty's being bad. He's picking stuff up. Alright. Outback Survival. This is a crafting game set in Australia. We've set up the game in a way where if you get something crafted somewhere in the game, you will have the tools to make it. You know what? That makes... Check it out. Just for that line alone. Okay. Not this one. This one. Alright. Sorry about that. See, one of the big things I want to do is I want to work with a couple of other streamers who want to get started, and I want to you know, build a network of streamers who are small, and then help them get to where I was, because I mean, I know it's a pain in the ass getting that first 1,000 people now. But the weird part is that I can't believe how much some of these top streamers are making. It's a ridiculous amount of money. I mean, it's completely shenanigans. And then somebody said to me, they said, well, we were having a conversation about Ninja and Fortnite, and they said, well, what about Ninja and the fact that Fortnite is now getting dwarfed by Black Ops? Well, yeah, it's getting dwarfed by Black Ops, but Ninja was smart, man. He rode that gravy train for as long as he could. Now he either partners up with somebody else, or he keeps playing Fortnite and rolls that one till it's no longer economically viable. But I highly doubt that he was like, oh, let me just start spending $500,000 a month, thinking that I'm gonna make $500,000 a month for the rest of my life. Oh, he probably continued to live, well, but conservative. And now he's like, oh shit, now I gotta get big and popular in another game. Okay, I can do that. It's not like, when you get that big, all you gotta do, man, is keep showing up. Like, I was in his channel once, and I was in Ninja's channel once, and he literally got 50 Twitch Prime subs in 10 minutes. Just people just come in and they got Twitch Prime and they're like, oh, well, I want to, you know, I want to be part of something too. Yeah, the little streamers, you know, I want to be a big video maker and a little streamer. That makes sense. I want my videos, like, I would love to have, like, the Lazy Peons following on YouTube. Because I think when he does something, he, like, shapes the world a little bit. I used to look up to MMObyte as a creator, and then I realized that MMObyte's in it for the money. Not to, like, actually part of the solution, just part of the problem. But I would absolutely love to have, you know, I'd love to have the YouTube plaque behind me. I'd love to have 100,000 subscribers. I'd love to be one of those people that gets to fly out to YouTube headquarters and sit down with them and get the inside scoop. But at the same time, you know, soul searching, I don't care about the number. I care about the result. I actually thought it was funny. I can see a lot of detailed information on my YouTube, and I have all these subscribers, are all these followers, and it's great. I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. But the problem is that less than 20% of my subscribers watch the videos that I do. I have just a lot of followers, but they don't actually, you know, 80% of my viewers are people who don't subscribe, which then part of me wants to, I wish I could, you know, poll and sample the 80% who don't subscribe, but I know people who don't subscribe to any channels. They're like, dude, I'll find the content I need. I don't need to be a subscriber. And I'm like, you know, you really thinking about it? Views and minutes watched are probably more important than how many subscribers. At the end of the day, I mean, the impact of that, I will probably hit 2 million minutes of watch time this year. I'm waiting for the auto correction. I'm waiting for the auto correction on my, to be like, oh, there you are, stupid. You funny. But I'm waiting for it to correct itself and be like, oh, hey dumbass, you deleted a video. That's what I was looking for. My brain is getting tired. But like right now, my average view duration is 5 minutes and 55 seconds. And I think that's amazing. I think that is absolutely unbelievable. But for the year it's 6 minutes and 56 seconds. In the last month, you know, falling off a little. Oh, we're getting close. Less than 3,000 views until we start giving away some money. Less than 62,000 minutes of watch time. I'm not so confident we're gonna hit the I think we're gonna hit the subscriber goal for the year. I don't think that's gonna hit. I think we're gonna hit that. When you have no interest in what I'm watching, you hit play and then mute it. But no, I mean my big one, my big stat that I like is average view time of 7 minutes. but in the last 28 days, there was a day that the average view time for the channel was 9 minutes and 26 seconds. That that to me is important. The fact that, you know, I have a video that has how to save your boat from hijacking Arcade. Let me do um Arcade 101, gearing up 3 years late to the party, 12 minutes average watch time. How to save a boat from hijacking, 16 minutes average view time. You know, I love the fact that people watched 16 minutes of that, you know, video. That was a 45-minute video. People watched 16 minutes of it. That's pretty good. You know, I know there's people out there. There's fellow content creators for games that we're working on that have no shame, that they buy subs and they buy views. And the only thing I can question is, why are you buying subs and buying views? You're spending money. And then I've asked people, I'm like, why did you buy a bunch of initial viewers? And they're like, well, because I want to make money. But you're not making any money because those people aren't, you know, engaging with your channel. I mean, sure, you're paying X number of dollars to get X number of views, but if your average view time is a minute, then you make less money. No, you don't get paid for it. It's all bots and bot accounts that do it. People run big farms of accounts, but then YouTube catches them as well. It's like these 600 people all watch the same videos at the same time, and then you see the subscribers all disappear because the accounts get deleted because YouTube figures out that they're fake accounts. Well, they don't. They want to be able to legitimately tell their advertisers that, yeah, your ads are reaching actual people, because you get paid based on how many people see your video, but you also get paid on the basis of which channel is yours. Because believe it or not everybody sees the same video or sees the same advertisement when they go to a video. It is customed to your demographic. Well, it's funny because there's some of my videos that when I will view them on a on a clean computer with no cookie background, the advertisement is in Portuguese. And I was like, what the shit? And it was because a particular video got 50% or more viewership from Brazil. So it was targeted to Portuguese speakers. I thought, wow, Google and YouTube got this shit down on lock, man. Hey, you talked about earlier, you talked about Big Brother shit. I can get all sorts of details for like who is watching my videos. I can't find out their names, but I can find out their country, I can find out their gender, their age range. They give YouTube creators a lot of information to work with. gonna stalk you now. Oh, Delon's got too many other things to do in life to start stalking people. Never understood the concept of stalking. Bizarre thing. Oh, speaking of bizarre things, this is why I don't get any work done, right? Because I get suckered into like reading and research. You hear the conspiracy theory about OJ and why the glove didn't fit? The glove didn't fit because he stopped taking his arthritis medicine, so his hands all swelled up. The glove didn't fit. I was like, really? We're still on this? How many years ago was this now? Oh, can we do it? 1.7 million? Can we do it? Can we hang? Can we make it? Because the clock is about to hit 2 hours, so like could go to sleep. That cat has a ginormous head. Ginormous. Ginormous. Nothing here. What, did you think it was going to be in the first one you searched? Oh my god. I thought that said 14. I was going to lose my shit. Like, I gotta click on 14 bushes. That was one of the things I was concerned about with Ashes. Because Steven's a big Lineage 2 fan, and God, I don't even remember Lineage 2. Like, I was in Lineage 2 for a bit, but I tried to play it again and I was like, no. I don't remember you. But Lineage 2 has massive XP loss. Like, you lose XP every time you kill another player. Every time you die, sorry, every time you die in PvP. Um and I was like, man, if they model Ashes off this, I don't know. Like, you're gonna have people who like rage quit. That's one of the things I want to get involved in the testing with, like, very precisely. I don't think people liked the era of losing XP. I think that's why I think that's why they got rid of it. I think Arcage has me spoiled. I don't like Aro's movement. I will say Arcage did have some good movement. But you can set the movement, you can set the keybinds to be identical to Arcage. So you can set it WASD QE. I'm looking. Oh, I'm not looking for anything. So I know. I still find this game fun. Oh, when you turn the camera, the tune doesn't turn with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there's the brain telling me, look, dude, I'm overworking, underpaid. Oh, and I ended up having chicken tonight. Wasn't fried chicken. I had a chicken sandwich. TGI Fridays makes a really good chicken. I told Tamir, uh, I was like, "Who are you and why are we married?" She said to me the other day, she's like, "I don't like fried chicken." Like, are you? On this 1.4. I don't like being a quitter. I don't like quitting. I like accomplishing my goals. Apparently this person is like big ass, big time general. That's a lot of stars. That's a lot of bling, man. If you have Netflix, Van Helsing was really good. Um, season one. I hate when they start getting crazy and shit in TV shows. Like, I sometimes feel that they don't think TV shows through too well. Turns out I don't have an eye infection. I cut underneath my eye. Good. I mean, it's bad that I have a cut underneath my eye. But I sometimes feel that these TV shows, they're like so shocked that they got a first season that they have like no idea where they wanted to go. Like, Revolution, that was on NBC like 8 years ago, give or take. Like, dude, the show was great the first season. And the second season, it's like, what the fuck? Doing? And then I hate Fox. I despise Fox. They take all these great TV shows and they ruin them. Like, straight up, what the hell? Killing 6? Obtain a fearless beast's liver. I swear it wasn't until I actually looked at what I was getting that I got it. But like Fox ruined so many shows. My favorite that they ruined was Almost Human with Carl Urban. Uh, that was a really good show. They uh they jacked with that one. They like Fox is. I'm glad they got bought out. They're just completely ridiculous. Um, yeah, you almost don't want to watch any shows because you're um, like you're like I don't want to watch any shows because they're just gonna kill my favorite character off. Okay, so maybe I'm jaded because I watched a lot of Walking Dead, but in Game of Thrones, I call a Game of Thrones the don't get attached to any character series. Like, you never know. Plus, I like to binge watch. De-lurk yourself. It just popped over to say, hey, thanks again for all the work you put on that Arcade Fresh Start months ago. Hey, I appreciate that. I actually miss making Arcade content. The Arcade community was really, really appreciative. I mean, obviously there were some people that kind of told me that I should go and kill myself on a regular basis, but you know, there were a bunch of really appreciative people. That's actually how I got started. Had I never made content for Arcade, I wouldn't be where I am now. I still can't believe I ever got started streaming. Or video making. You know. And then I see in the Ashes of Creation Discord, all the content creators are all posting like their setups. And I'm like, they all have these like pro-ass setups. And I'm like, here I am with like the Joker poster behind me. I got my cheap-ass webcam, my not so crappy blue snowball. And I'm like, these people have like the one guy has like $1,000 mic. And I'm like, other than my computer, your mic costs more than the rest of my setup. Like, guy has like 5 monitors. Like, what? But no, I appreciate it. I love when people roll through. I love when the work I do actually helps people. That, I think, makes it... That is more rewarding to me. That, like, what you're saying right now is more rewarding to me than, like, the paycheck I get from Twitch. Newer to Twitch, I see that most streamers, all they do is play the game, but y'all support an MMO's community, put in the work, all the testing, number crunching. Yeah, that is a big thing that I am looking forward to. Being able to get back to truly testing and number crunching versus translating, trying to translate Korean. Oh, plus I helped you successfully charge back Tryon during that fiasco. Do you know that every single person I helped except one got their money back? The one person that didn't get their money back, they actually used their debit card. And I gotta keep reminding people, you don't ever make online purchases from a game company with your debit card. Because a debit card is electronic cash, and there's, as long as they delivered something, anything, as long as you got something for your purchase, they're covered. I recommend Discover to people. I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not get a penny for recommending Discover to you. I don't get a penny, nothing. But I've done a couple of chargebacks this year with Discover Direct, including plane tickets. And Discover asked me what happened, and I told him, and Discover's like, yeah, that's too bad. If it's in the policy of the company to give refunds for medical reasons, and all it says is we give refunds based on medical reasons, I requested a refund because of it, and there was some debate whether or not they were going to give it to me. And Discover's like, no, you're giving it to them because we're giving it. Well, we want to be able to. Yeah, that's nice, but you don't get to have on your website that you have a return policy and then just be like, but I don't want to honor it. Yeah, PayPal. PayPal is, every gamer should be using PayPal. Period. Period. Yeah, this is why businesses were like, we don't accept Discover. I mean, that's absolutely 100% true. the quick dirty story of it is, we bought plane tickets, and we thought, Tamir, she was getting the plane tickets and she thought she was getting Delta both ways. She booked Delta coming home, but she ended up booking Frontier Airlines on the way down. Now, there's nothing wrong with Frontier Airlines if you're not really that concerned about getting there. Frontier is the worst rated airline in the country about on time, not even on time arrivals, but actual takeoffs. Like, they don't have enough crews for all the flights they try to do, and if there's any delays, pilots have to go into crew rest. So, Frontier runs into this problem. Well, for us, we have a special needs child. Frontier only has one flight out that day, and I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna work. We need to be able to have some fallback options, because generally speaking, the airline will always be able to accommodate you if you're on a big airline. I've never not been accommodated while flying ever, and I used to fly a lot. I've never not been accommodated by like a Southwest, an American, a United, or a Delta. They'll always accommodate. If they can, if it's within reason, man. You can't be expecting them to move the world for you, but they'll accommodate you. Well, Frontier Airlines can't accommodate us that day, and so we were like, hey, we have a medical reason. Our special needs daughter is, we're thinking about, not flying at all, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, you can have your money back. And they were just, yeah, oh, we can have our money back? Yeah, you can have your money back. All right, where's the money back? Oh, well, we'll get to it. No. How about you get to it today? How about you said 48 hours? Now, if you had said 76 hours, would have been like, okay. 72 hours, said 96 hours. But once you say, yeah, you can have your money back in 24 hours, and then you don't refund the money, that's a problem. That's no good. And so Discover was like, oh, well, really? That's what our job's for. Because the credit card companies don't even mind doing it, because you gotta remember, every single time you use your credit card, you make your credit card company money. A lot of people think credit card companies only make money on the interest. Oh, no, no, no. They make money on the transactions. Like, my credit card company loves me, man. I made huge purchases this year. Huge. Like, huge. They get a percentage of that. And you always see it on the face of the salesperson when you whip out that Discover. They're always like, "Oh, like, that ain't cool." I'm huge. Yeah, I know, Arctic. I am huge. I am massive. Me and my 8 followers. I am the huge time. I'll take down de-lurk yourself. People are actually talking. Yes, I am popping in to I am popping over to Star Trek Online and doing that ship that you blitz through. Well, here's the big thing. XL is trying to save Arcade. Jake Song came back, and he was the brain power behind Arcade. And I don't actually know the whole story. Like, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I know that he's like the owner of XL Games, but he's a founding partner of NCSoft. So Jake Song is pretty big in the MMO world. Like, he's kind of a big deal around here. But he got back to he got back to XL Games after working on Lineage stuff. Because remember, Lineage has another game coming out. Plus, XL Games was trying to do Civilization Online, and Sid Meier just didn't like it. Praxis and Y2 Games was just like, nah, we don't like it. We just want to pull the plug on this project. So he gets back to ArcAge, and apparently the story is he was like, what the fuck? This is not what I laid out to be done with the game. And so there has been more development in ArcAge in the last what are we in? Month 9. So there's been more development in the last 5 or 6 months than there was in like the 2 prior years. We're gonna do it, man. 89%. We're gonna finish this level before we sleep. Then tomorrow, if there is quiet in the house, which should be, my daughter has to go get her glasses fixed. I swear to God, this kid doesn't understand the concept of you're blind, you need your glasses to see. Sets her glasses down, lenses down all the time. Yeah, just hope to keep having fun with ArcAge until something better comes on. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like you'll notice, I don't ever wish ill for ArcAge. I kind of wish ill for on trying a little bit, because incompetence is only an excuse for so long. And you know, I thought about it the other day, and I felt kind of bad. But then I realized, if any game company was to call me up and be like, hey, Jay, we want you to come work for us. We want you to gather feedback from the community, and we want you to present it up to us so that we can so that you can help shape changes. Like, I'll give you for instance, if Steven Sharif, the owner of Intrepid Studios, called me and said, we'd like you to come be the community manager, I would be the community manager. But I would so engross myself in just that game, it would be my job, it would be my hobby. I would know everything there is to know about the game. There wouldn't be a situation where I'm, on a live stream talking out my ass and the players know more than me. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened with Tryon. Their staff didn't know the game better than the players. And I don't expect everybody to always know the game better than players, because you're busy, you're at your job doing your job. The players are playing the game, and some players take their gameplay to a ridiculous next level. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys. I take my gaming to the next level. But then don't you dare turn around and be so arrogantly full of yourself to talk down to the players who know more than you. Like Quill was awesome. If you go back through the translation, the bug quest thing, Quill would he would clarify things. Like, you'd ask a question, be like, hey, I think this is mistranslated, and Quill would be like, oh, yeah, it is. Let me get that fixed. And then it would be fixed. The very next time there was an update to ArcAge, that would get fixed. And you're like, wait a minute. The guy who's on contract, like a period to period contract, goes out of his way to get something fixed, but uh, you know, the big shit that they're in control of doesn't get fixed for weeks, and then they openly lie. See, that's why I can't. That's why I can't do it. I could never play another Tryon game because they just openly lie. If Q was fired or if he said deuces, I don't think Q was fired. Q may have been, Q may have been at the end of his contract and not had a contract renewal because Tryon's got some money management right now. But I don't think, yeah, I think Q would have, you know, I think Q would have said deuces or no thanks, I'm not interested in another contract extension. Q seems like the kind of straight up guy that if he had a contract with you until whatever date. Oh, are you bringing me lovies? If Q had a contract with you till whatever date, he'd honor his contract, but then he would peace out. Yeah, he's singing the song of his people. He wants me to go to bed. Got 3% left, kitty. Yeah, that cartoon where the cat throws up. The cat meows until you feed it, and then gorges, and then throws up, and then goes back to meowing because the food dish is empty. That's that asshole right there. That's him. I don't know why he gorges. There's always food for him. So tomorrow, man, we are gonna have a bunch of stuff tomorrow. And then I'm working on an Ashes 101. It's really hard to do Ashes 101s right now. I need to like get Steven to agree to like let me interview him, but not on camera. Like just go out there and ask a bunch of questions and then ball up the answers, show him the video. Be like, "All right, Steven. I asked you about 50 questions and I rolled it into a video. You approved the video. You send out the tweet. Be like, hey guys, we let Jalan in the studio for a couple of hours. He asked us a bunch of questions. He's done the video and everything in the video is accurate. We have reviewed it." Because I mean, I would totally like, if they're like, well, we really don't like the way you said this, be like, all right, I'll get it edited. Edited. There we go. There's level 30. You're body positive, Furby. Yes. That was I am gonna say that was a tad strange. I'm gonna be honest. I never actually knew if body positive Furby was offended uh by the fat shaming of the big fat Furby. Um I will tell you right now, I did not know if that viewer was upset about it. So it's good to know that you were body positive Furby. Uh Alrighty. Okay, the next level is 5.6 billion XP. So that's not happening. That will have to happen on another occasion. Skill points, which I the one that gives you the fourth one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why am I not using overturn? Yes, I remember Moose's bear farm in Carcassi Ridgeland. Recover 10% of total MP. He's losing it again, and they said during the live stream that no, he's not getting any compensation again. See, that that to me is you being, you know, shitty to your customer. However, at the same time, I do have to say I agree with them not giving him compensation for the bear farm. And here's why. He has made money on the bears. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that he probably didn't make he probably didn't make back his investment, to be truly honest. He probably didn't, because that's a lot of bears. I don't know, when was mergers? Last December. Yeah, 1,000 bears lost total. Yeah, I mean, that's just, oh, September last year? A year? 13 months? Yeah, you know, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be giving you anything. I would probably do for you, for that person, I would probably do what they did like with Sheepy. I would probably create I would do a scan of every server to see if there are a bunch of bears in the same spot. And I would, I wouldn't give him a bear title, because titles have a, or I mean, give it a 0 XP title. Give him a basic title with no XP attached to it. But yeah, I would give him a bear, a permanent bear or bear statue, but I wouldn't give him. I'll be honest, I wouldn't give him anything tangible. I mean, I know that makes me sound like a jag, but you know, a jackhole. But I wouldn't give somebody something just because, you know, we're merging servers. Because you've made all that money, you've made money back on your investment. Wow, I need to change the screen. So try. Live. Live on the air. Live on the air is changing things live has never gotten us into trouble before, has it? Oh. Box. Yeah, that they're full kitting the houses again. I mean, you almost have to do that. If you didn't full kit the houses, people would riot. I mean, people are almost gonna riot as it, but this, yep. Get rid of the rid of that. Box, this box no fitty. I'm getting there. Relax. See, box is fine. The box is mighty fine. The problem is I need to zoom the camera out a little bit. All the resume. The interesting part of this, my oh, babyface Jay. Yeah, man, I know. So young looking. Everyone hates me. I always got made fun of by my peers in the military. People could never believe that I was as old as I am. People look at me and they're like, "There's no way you're almost 30." Like, yeah, dude, I'm almost 30. Or I'm sorry, almost 40. Tired. Like, there's no way you're almost 40. I'm like, yeah, man, I am almost 40 years old. Like, no way, not believing it. Or yeah, or that. Or that chat box. Don't collide the chat box. Unlock the. Go. Pop that in there. One more thing. Hope that stays. That goes. Oh dear. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I didn't delete the other ones. That, but I actually think I like this more. I like the fact that it's chalk writing on the board. I like that. Yeah, man, we had to update the goodness. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually change that out tomorrow when I change out the upper right hand corner. Call it a night. See ya. See ya, man. Stop by anytime. Want to talk about any other games that are out there? I love when people swing in. You have a wonderful evening. But yeah, I like that better. I like the couch now. I had to do something, man. Next up is new alerts. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna have a busy day tomorrow of messing with my OBS and trying to make it look nicer. And then I got a bunch of games to tell. So you all have a good time and don't do anything I would. Take care.